everyone. I'll be talking about the competition details for the upcoming competition happening on June 20th, 2023, which features standard rules, whereas some people call it vanilla meta. And what this means is that all items will sell for their standard cash and star values, and there won't be any adjustments to the item craft requirements. I'll be showing you these values in a moment and which items I recommend for this upcoming competition. I'll be showing you around the Townstar playbook. If you don't know what the Townstar playbook is, it's a resource I created using a Google spreadsheet that has a ton of information for Townstar. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend that you do. You can find a link to it in the description of the video. I also have links in here if you wish to support me, as well as the links in the description of my videos. I'm going to talk about the competition details first, and then talk about the reward structure, and finally talk about what are the best options if you truly want to rank well and be competitive. So at the top left over here, I have the details for the standard rules competition, and the ghost card reward for this competition is going to be the Pinot Noir Vines ghost card. We don't know the official name for it, but essentially what it's going to do is reduce the craft time for the Pinot Noir grapes. The biome for this competition, it's going to be East Layout Forest with an oil seep like we've been having for the last 2 weeks competitions. The biome edges are going to change up a bit, so the north biome edge is going to be a river, east is going to be a desert, south is a mountain, and west is an ocean. For this specific competition, you're basically going to have every single biome on the side to help you out with crafting whatever you decide to craft. The sell time is 20 seconds, and it still only costs 1 gasoline to sell, which is good. Now, the starting cash is actually the only thing that is boosted in this competition, and that's just going to help out a little bit at the start. So instead of starting off with 25,000 cash, players will start off with 100,000 cash. But like I said, that's just going to help in the start. That's not really going to help in the long run, but I suppose it'll make it a little easier for new players to manage at the start. But you know, since it's a standard rules, nothing is boosted in cash or stars. So going to the competition rewards right here, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Just like the past couple competitions, top 1200 will receive Gala and an NFT ghost card prize. The better you rank, the more Gala you receive and the higher rarity ghost card you get. Now there is going to be a new reward structure ranking here. If you don't manage to get top 1200, you can still win something moving forward. So for this competition in particular, if you don't get top 1200 but you got at least 50,000 stars, you will qualify for the uncommon ghost card. For the other competitions, such as this previous one for the Cabernet Sauvignon, they did make it to where if you sold at least 1 batch of the meta item, so for the Cabernet Sauvignon meta, if you sold at least 1 batch of Cabernet Sauvignon, you would qualify for the uncommon ghost card. So that's going to be like a new reward tier moving forward by the sounds of it, which is great. It's going to give everybody an opportunity to win an NFT in the competition. Even if they didn't rank very high, they're at least going to be able to get something. So in the Townstar playbook here, there's going to be a competition list page, and it's going to have all this information. This gets updated every once in a while. It's not automatic. I update it every day or so. I have the average price of Gala here, and that's going to give you the USD equivalent for the amount of Gala that you can win in these competitions if you ever feel like checking it out. I also have the information for the achievement rewards that's still going on. It's part of the May Mayhem price structure event that's going on. That started on May 1st, but that ends on July 31st. And if you're not aware of that, you can complete 6 achievements to win a grand total of 6,300 Gala. But going into the actual items now, since this is standard rules, I'm just going to hide these 2 columns, which are for the current Cabernet Sauvignon meta, to avoid confusion. So you want to actually focus on the selling price and stars earned standard values right here in these 2 columns. You can basically look around this whole list, which is the items page on the Townstar playbook. and I have almost every value here. I actually still don't have the sushi boat, but I'm pretty sure I can get that from another file or in-game. But basically every value is here. I did highlight some things that I do believe will be good enough to remain competitive to get top 1200 in this competition. So I'm just going to talk about those, but I am going to talk about the main item that's going to be the most competitive one. And some of you may already be aware what it is, but that's going to be stacked boxes right here. A stacked box gives 164,000 stars, which is more than any other item. They are very difficult to craft, and it's a very slow craft. But even if you happen to make one stack box per hour, it's still going to be pretty much the best option for stars per hour. So it's going to help you rank the best possible. And you can do your own comparisons if you want. I have done plenty of comparisons, but yeah, stack boxes is the way to go if you want to actually be really competitive in this competition. But I'm going to give you a couple more options, which if you do a good enough build, you should be able to get top 1200 with these other options. Starting from the top of here, bicycles is a good option, gives a good amount of stars, requires blue steel and a couple of other items like lights. I'm not going to go over all the items, but I also have them at the right over here. You can see all the craft requirements and the timers, but I'm not going to go over the craft requirements. So bicycles is a good option. Another good option is decorated cakes. I do have a no NFT decorated cake build that I just made recently. You can check that out, and I will also put a little pin at the top of the video right here that'll take you to that video if you want to check it out. Next recommendation is fabric boxes. They don't give you as many stars as decorated cake and bicycles, but you can actually make a lot of fabric boxes. And it's basically an upgrade from uniforms, so it's a better version of the uniform build. I do think a lot of people are familiar with uniforms, and they utilize sheep, so a lot of people are familiar with doing a wool rush at the start. So I think fabric box is a pretty friendly option, and I do think it's going to be competitive enough for at least top 1200. Next option is food parcel and gift parcel. I'm pretty much going to go over both of these. Not many people do these. The only reason they were done is to get to the party box, I believe, which is then required for stack box. But if you just wanted to get to food parcels or gift parcels and just focus on those, you should be able to get enough stars for top 1200, just focusing on those items and not going any further past that. And next, of course, party box, which requires both the food parcel, gift parcel, and then just another wooden box. That would give you even more stars than just doing food parcel or gift parcel by themselves. So that's another really good option. Probably the second best option next to the stack boxes, which I already said are the best option. The ones that I highlighted right there that I just discussed, in my opinion, they're your best options if you want to go for top 1200. But if you want to go try to get the best rank possible, I would do stack boxes. There's a few exceptions, situations where you can get more stars than stack boxes, but you need a lot of NFTs, like a lot, very specific NFTs as well, for like 99.99% of the player base out there, or 100% of the no NFT player base out there. Your best bet is just going for stack boxes for the most stars per hour. That's my recommendation right there. And yeah, these other ones are my recommendations for other options. But that's everything I'm going to talk about for the competition details and my suggestions on what you can craft. I do have plenty of videos for a ton of different builds if you want to check those out. I even have a very old stacked box no NFT build that I'll also be sharing a link to at the end of this video if you want to check that out. If you want me to work on a no NFT video for this competition, like maybe you want to see a new fresh stacked box video that you want me to build and showcase, then I can do that. Just let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully you found this helpful. Feel free to like the video, leave a comment, of course. Any questions or suggestions you may have, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. you ever wish to support me, links are on the Talent Store playbook and the description of the videos that I post. I greatly appreciate your support, and thanks for watching.